Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me. Welcome to Chit Chat with QT. The views that I express are my own personal opinions and reactions for research and commentary, and everything is alleged. Join me while I discuss hot topics, reality TV, celebrity news, and more. Please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. So guys, let's get into this video. Let's discuss this sneak peek of the reunion. So it looks like they are discussing Marsau's infidelities in Tisha's voice. And Mel is talking about how the conversation started as far as this alleged side chick of Marsau. But here's my thing. This is how you know Marsau has something to hide. Tisha, I know you're married to him, but pay attention. He's going to scream and he's going to overtalk the person that is about to spill his tea. Now, I'm sure we all remember his reaction to Kiki during that Bessemer Hillbillies episode. He did the same damn thing. Actually, it was a little worse with Kiki. But he knew Kiki was about to tell his truth, and he had a fit. Well, he did something similar with Mel. So he keeps telling Mel to answer the question, but he's talking over her while she's trying to answer the question. And I cackled. I laughed so hard when Mel said she wasn't about to argue with legs, hips, and breasts. Talking about Marsau. And Mel, I think you probably meant legs, hips, and body yaddy. But yeah, I caught that. Hilarious. But anyway, guys, take a listen, and then I'll be back at the end with a little more commentary.
It was asked if she would be willing to come on the girls' trip. And she was going to tell Letitia, hey, I didn't know he was married. This was years ago.
Hello, can I ask you a question?
Ain't nobody coming on the show.
Just as an intelligent adult, how would Mel know what she was going to come on the show and say?
Because we had conversations.
If it was her, how did it start?
It's
how
none of your business. Because I look.
If you're gonna tell the story, tell the story.
Tell the full story.
So let me be very,
Who invited her? Who said you should come on the girls' trip?
So
How did she even know about the girls' trip?
So let me be very clear. I never said.
You're not being very clear.
If you hush,
You're making
maybe,
up a story.
You know what? I'm not gonna sit here and argue with leg, hips, and breasts. I'm good.
Okay. There seems to be this odd conversation that has taken place. You think it was Melody making stuff up with this woman.
I know. I don't think I know.
Okay. Melody obviously feels strongly that there's information she knew that was going to come on the show or not. The part that seems, well, in terms of validity.
Well, if you come, listen, if you coming at Melody, if Melody really knows something, why would she bring somebody to the show if you guys are coming at her about it?
She tried.
She tried.
No, I understand. What's wrong with that? If you guys are coming at her like that,
believe it or not,
talking about the infidelity we had
did
going
you
on.
not and say, hey, Marsau, you have got to talk about this. You've got to talk about this. Martell and Mel are talking about this. All right? Because as a friend, when you guys came out and said, hey, man, we're going to do this show. We're doing this show, but we don't want y'all to say anything about this.
I never said that.
Yes, y'all
Mel
did.
said that.
Never.
Yes,
said
Mel
that.
said that.
Don't say anything about what.
We had this
The infidelity.
conversation.
Y'all asked us not to say
All
that.
of us have been together, but it didn't come out my mouth.
Okay,
It came
well,
out.
my
It came
mouth.
out.
It came out my mouth.
It never
Don't
came
talk
out.
about this.
Now, these folks know they trip me out. Tisha's ass has been talking about Coleslaw since season 1 of this show. Talked about the matching BMWs and all of that. So Tisha, if you can discuss Martell's side chick, then Mel can discuss Marsau's side chick. You can't be that slow to think your husband condoned Martell cheating. and he wasn't participating. That man was paying for car repairs and flowers and everything else. For what? And speaking of Coleslaw, where was that same energy for her like you and Marsau has for Mel? Because she said out of her own mouth that your husband and Maurice was cheating on that Atlanta's boys trip. But you and Marsau don't have that energy for her, huh? As a matter of fact, Marsau basically reprimanded you and told you to shut your mouth when it comes to going back and forth with Coleslaw. Why did he do that? Because he knew she was telling the truth. And guess what you did? Shut your ass up. We ain't heard you say nothing about it since the girl said it. And that's one thing that I believe her on. And shout out to Martell for sticking up for Mel in that moment by saying that, hey, if you guys can bring up what was going on with us, then she can bring up what was going on. So shout out to Martell, but that was also his opportunity to tell the truth about Marsau. And I'm hoping that that's to come on this reunion. It's time. And then shout out to Kimmy for confirming that Mel is not the one that said don't discuss the infidelity that was going on and that it was Martell. Martell again tells the truth and said, yeah, that was me. Don't discuss that shit. Because we know Tisha has been saying that for years. They told us not to discuss their infidelities, and then the producers are the ones that asked, so that's why I talked about it. Again, all up in everybody else's video. But Tisha, let me use an analogy for you like your husband likes to do. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And I'm sorry, there is nothing about your husband that screams he's not a cheater. Remember that solo Africa trip? Come on now, girl. And if you ask me, all of the men on the show looks like they're cheaters to me, especially Martell, Marsau, and Maurice. They fit the bill for sure. So no one is saying leave your husband, but here's another analogy. Don't piss on our legs and tell us it's raining. Martell said that your husband was cheating a couple seasons ago. As a matter of fact, he said it with his chest. And we the people believe him. And you want to know why? Because your husband has never truly checked Martell about that. Never. He always makes up with Martell after they have any issues. Immediately. Like the incident at the launching. Marsau said that he and Martell had a talk that very night. Now here it is, they almost came to blows. And that man made sure to make peace with Martell immediately. There's a reason why. Because he knows that Martell knows the truth. But here he is going at a woman, Mel, about whether he cheated or not, but not Martell. Make that make sense. We see straight through that bullshit, period. But you guys, drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this sneak peek. And I was only able to play the audio because I definitely don't want to get a copyright strike. But let me know your thoughts on what you heard of what we will see on this reunion. It looks like Mel stood her ground, and she did say after the reunion that she was pleased with how everything went. And I'll tell you what I'm pleased about. I'm pleased that Carlos is even discussing this alleged cheating when it comes to Marsau. Because we know for the past couple seasons, he's allowed Marsau to basically talk about business, and that's it. So I'm pleased with this little clip, and we shall see how the rest of the reunion goes. But drop down, guys. Let's chit chat about it. Please also make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. Chat with you soon. Bye.